Well, good morning and welcome back. And as you can see, we are in the California desert now. We are out of Baja and into the U.S. The border crossing yesterday was, pretty easy going. I didn't even go to secondary, which is pretty surprising considering how the border crossing went from Canada into the U.S. when I started this trip a couple months ago. But the only negative thing was that, the van doesn't have AC, and it was like 38 degrees Celsius, which is about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and the wait was 2 hours long. So just sitting in that was pretty rough for me, and especially the dogs. But we made it out here to the desert where we can have the doors open, and the dogs can be out in the shade of the van. It's going to be another hot day here today, but we're gonna be taking it easy today after doing kind of a lot of drives pretty much every day the past couple days. So we're gonna be taking it easy here and then start making the long drive towards the Northern California coast, kind of near the redwoods, to start our journey up the west coast. And I'm very much excited for it, and it's gonna be kind of nice to get some cooler temperatures. But for today, we're just going to enjoy being out in the desert. It's amazing out here. I've honestly come to love the desert. The sunsets are amazing. The sunrises are super awesome. Feel so free out here. So yeah, follow along. I think it's going to be a pretty good video with all the different landscapes we're going to end up seeing. It's been a pretty hot day here again, but keeping the dogs nice and cool. Hey, Jones, in the shade, dumping water on them. Got Milo sleeping under the van where it's cool. Yeah, I pretty much just gotta dump water on them, let them sit in the shade, and let the breeze kind of cool them off. I feel like that's like the only way right now to stay cool in this really hot weather. And then even the fridge, I had to pull the fridge out of the drawer because it was overheating and not really cooling. So that is what we're dealing with right now in the desert. But cooler days are ahead. Well, it's starting to finally cool off a bit now that the sun is setting, and by cool off I mean like it's still probably 30 degrees Celsius, which is kind of wild that that feels cooler. But where we will end up tomorrow, that should be the high. And then I was looking at it, the lows like overnight are going to be in like the mid-teens for Celsius, so I'm actually really looking forward to that. It'll be way more comfortable. But yeah, California is a massive state, so we're probably just going to end up at like a rest stop or something, like halfway to where we want to be next. But I think we're just going to enjoy the sunset now. The dogs have their energy back. There's Juno. Milo's still taking it easy, but he's happy to be chilling under the van. So I got into a bed here. I'm just having like an early night because we got a long drive tomorrow, so I want to get up early and leave right after the sunrise. So set the alarm, watch one last desert sunrise, and then hit the road. And where we're going, it's just going to be kind of halfway between where we want to be. So it's probably going to be like a Walmart parking lot or like a Love's gas station or something like that. But it's supposed to be a little bit cooler, where it will be not that much cooler, but should help. And then the next day we're going to be getting into some cooler temps, which I'm kind of looking forward to after being in extreme heat like this. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the morning for the sunrise, and then we're going to be hitting the road. back on the road after watching that one last desert sunrise. Very peaceful and beautiful. I almost like the mornings better because it's not as hot since the sun hasn't fully come up yet. But yeah, we got kind of a long drive today, so yeah, we're going to be checking back in once we get to where we're going. To our spot for the night, just a Walmart here, sort of just inside of Northern California. It's a pretty long day. I think it ended up being closer to 8.5 hours with stopping for gas, taking the dogs out, and then a little bit of traffic in the LA area. But tomorrow will be our last day of the really long drives. I think it's supposed to be like 7 hours, so pretty much just add an extra hour onto that with, you know, gas and taking the dogs for a pee break. And then we'll be in the Pacific Northwest, and then the drives will get a lot shorter from there on out, and I am very excited for that, and I'm getting really excited to go see some Pacific Northwest views. Tomorrow we'll be getting into the Redwoods, which is really cool. I've been wanting to see that for like a while now, so looking forward to that. So we're just going to head to bed early because we'll be getting up nice and early for the long drive, so see you guys in the morning. Good morning. We have been on the road now for a little while. We got about a little over 4.5 hours to go. It's a lot cooler than the last couple of days. It's currently like 18 degrees, so it's been kind of a treat. But yeah, just looking forward to getting to the Redwoods, so we will check back in once we get there. Alright, so we made it to the trailhead, but unfortunately dogs aren't allowed on this trail because that's just a thing in the US with their national parks, but I was able to take them out like playing in this like day area here, so they're able to stretch their legs, and then I'm gonna hit the trail. So we are on our way to our camp spot. I was honestly just going to stay at one of the campgrounds nearby, but they're all full, probably because it's a Friday, so the weekend's coming up. So it's stealth camping option it is. I believe it's just a trailhead, but we'll see you guys when we get there. So we made it to our campsite for the night, and like iOverlander was saying, which is obviously what I use to find spots, as everybody else who you know, travels and lives out of a van, it's like a trailhead that's like out of the national park area, so I guess you're allowed to camp here. And then when I was taking the dogs out, there are signs that just say like no RV or trailer, and then it seems that like you could park here and then hike the trail and then camp at designated spots, so I guess cars are allowed to end up staying here overnight. So not a bad spot, but yeah, I think we're about to get some dinner going, but starting to look forward to hitting Oregon tomorrow. Alright, so I got it into a bed for the night. I think we're just gonna pretty much head to bed, you know, pretty early, pretty tired. The last 2 days we've had like 8-hour travel days, like driving, and it's been kind of a lot, but the upside is that now we're pretty much at the Oregon border, and now everything is so close, and then we're gonna be taking our time seeing all the things that I want to see. So pretty happy that for the rest of the way to Canada it's gonna be a lot shorter drives now that we're out of California, and that is, like I was saying before, that is majority of the drive. So it's good. I think tomorrow we're only gonna be driving like an hour and a half tops, so very much looking forward to that. I and the dogs need shorter travel days and more time outside, so that's what we have to look forward to tomorrow. So see you in the morning. Good morning. Got the coffee in bed here, and it's a nice chilly morning, which is a kind of a, you know, a treat from the last couple days when we were in the desert and it was insanely hot. It's honestly kind of crazy that we're still in the same state and it's like so much different. California is unbelievable, and I know I like only skimmed the surface of it, but you know, can't do it all, don't have enough time, but just means I'll have to come back, because today when, you know, the sun comes up and it's a little lighter, we're gonna head towards the Oregon coast, and the first spot we're gonna go to is only about an hour away, and I am so excited to finally start heading up the Oregon coast. Like I was saying before, this is the kind of the area that I wanted to see like the most of. And like I was saying before, I just kind of tend to choose a part of like a state usually that I want to see most of. And the last time I was coming back from Baja, it was like southern Utah, so like, because I was heading back towards Ontario, so when I was going through southern Utah, I spent like majority of the time and it was just unbelievable. So this time it's the Oregon coast, and I am so excited to see it. But I think I'm just gonna finish up my coffee, edit a few pictures I took in the redwoods yesterday, and then when the sun comes up we're gonna head to the coast. Well, we are back on the road, and like I was saying, it's only about like an hour and a half drive, so sun's on my face, so it shouldn't be too bad, and we will be in Oregon, so we will see you guys when we get there. Second stop along the Oregon coast. I forget the names of all these places off the top of my head, so I'll just put the names in the bottom right here. And then I got Milo on my back right here, and then we got June's right here, so let's get going. So now we're at the Natural Bridges hike. The viewpoint's at the top, and we kind of hiked down to here now, and I am blown away by this state. This state has to be my new favorite one that I've ever been to. Like, I'm at a loss of words. Just take a look at this. So I've made it to Secret Beach. This is the last stop of the day. I know it seems like we've been doing a lot, but everything's like 10 minutes from each other. And this state just continues to blow me away. Like, it is living up to the hype that I had for it on day one. So we made it to our spot for the night. It's like essentially just this little area that's like somewhat hidden off the highway. Again, I was gonna go to like a state park, but they're all full. Like, I really want to have a shower at some point soon, so I've been trying to find a state park, but they're all full, so I guess the side of the road will do. But man, this state is so crazy. Like, I know it's only day one, and I was saying it earlier, but I'm completely blown away by this state. This coastline is so beautiful, and I can't wait to just keep exploring it. So we're going to be getting up early-ish tomorrow, and then driving another hour and a half up the coast to some more beautiful sights. So see you guys then. Good morning. We are back on the road again. Got about an hour drive up the coast to the next scenic viewpoint in this amazing state. Very much looking forward to it, so we'll check back in when we get there. So we made it to our first stop of the day, Cape Blanco Lighthouse. It looks pretty awesome, and it's super windy. I got my freaking jacket on. It's crazy. It's like, I think it's like maybe like 10 or 11 degrees Celsius, which is absolutely freezing for me, considering, you know, not too long ago we were in 30 plus degree weather. But I think I'm gonna go explore around, and then might just take the dogs out quickly here because it's, you know, kind of windy, and I don't think there's like too much spots for them to run around, because the next spot we're going to is only 30 minutes up the road, and it's another very big beach, which will be perfect for them. So let's go explore around here. Alright, just got back from checking out that lighthouse. Super cool. I always love seeing lighthouses. But we're about to hit the road for 30 minutes to get to a beach, and hopefully it's a little less windy there than it is here, because I was getting blown around like crazy out by the lighthouse. But see you guys at the next beach. We made it to our spot for the night. I kind of dropped the ball on kind of filming the rest of the day, but I'll give you an update. So where we left you off, Base Rock scenic viewpoint, and then went into like town Brandon, which we were in, and then I got some water. Then we went down the road. It's pretty much the same beach, like it's a huge beach. Then we went to Devil's Kitchen Vista for sunset, and man, the sunset was so insane. I'll put some pictures up of like the photos I took today, and my Instagram if you want to follow me. I pretty much just take a bunch of landscape photos, but this coastline is so crazy. And tomorrow, getting up a decent time and head another like 2-ish hours up the road, up the Highway 101, and then we're going to be getting into Central Oregon. We've been in the southern part of Oregon along the coast, and then tomorrow will be our first day in Central Oregon, and I'm definitely ended up taking a little bit longer than I expected to drive through the U.S. It's probably going to be like a week longer than I thought, but I'm really in no rush. It's kind of the main reason why I left Baja a little earlier, so I could see a bunch of this coastline, and it's, like I said before, it's living up to the hype I had for it. So we'll see you guys in the morning, and I'll do a better job at recording that day, and we'll see a bunch of more beautiful scenic areas on the Oregon coastline.